So when is a good time to use a home equity line of credit, and when isn't a good time to use a home equity line of credit? A lot of it depends on a number of different circumstances. So let's start with the purchase. Sometimes you'll use a home equity line of credit to avoid going into a jumbo product, for example, for easier underwriting on a conforming loan. Sometimes you'll use a home equity line to avoid PMI. Now, if you're thinking about taking cash out to consolidate debt, that is certainly something you can use a home equity line for, and then you don't have the expense of refinancing your mortgage. Well, in that case, it really depends on how much you're taking out in the home equity line. So are you consolidating $50,000 of debt and you have a $200,000 first mortgage? In that case, it might make more sense to refinance, because now we need to talk about your blended rate. So the blended rate is taking your first mortgage rate plus the home equity line rate, which is always higher. You're probably looking at like 5 to 6% on a line of credit. In addition to that, home equity lines of credit also have interest rate risk because they're all variable. So on a home equity line of credit, your interest rate is going to adjust up as interest rates rise, and that is going to happen sometime in the near future. So we're already seeing it on first mortgages. A good time to get a home equity line of credit is when you don't need it. Let's look at the blended rate. What are the circumstances? Do you have a big bonus coming up that you might be able to pay that line of credit off early? It really comes down to, let's talk about your individual circumstances.